This is Brian with ScreenFiles.com and Trail into Reaction. What I'm looking at today is the trailer for the third Conjuring movie, The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It. And I'm not a fan of the Conjuring movies. First off, because like many James Wan movies for that matter, they're more stylistic exercises than actual horror. So that kind of bugs me. And another thing is, they're supposedly based on true stories, which is utter nonsense. And I hate movies that do that, particularly horror movies, because they deliberately manipulate, they deliberately lie. There's a kernel of truth in the Conjuring movies, but that kernel is like 0.1% of all of it. It's virtually nothing there. And how they hype this as somehow real just bothers me. And I get it, it's a movie. I understand that. But at the same time, stop manipulating people. This is not, or at the very least, say it is very, very loosely based on a true story. Because, let's be honest, it is. Not only does Ed Warren not look anything like Orm, don't remember his name, though it's that these stories are blatantly not true. For instance, the real story of Annabelle, the doll that we first meet in, I think, the first Conjuring movie, if I recall, it's not nearly as dramatic or as interesting as it's made out to be. So that frustrates me. Though, let's put that aside for a moment and take a look at the trailer for The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It. It's like an X-Files episode.
Hey! You okay there? Jesus. I think I hurt someone.
This is Ed Warren, here with Lorraine. All right, let's get started.
Wilson. His last name is Wilson.
Residents of Brookfield were shocked this afternoon by the broad daylight murder of Bruno Sauls.
The court accepts the existence of God every time a witness swears to tell the truth. I think it's about time they accept the existence of the devil.
But do they even believe in God when they do that?
Whatever happened that day, that was not Marnie.
It's a witch's totem. We think your family was cursed. And that connection's still open.
That was
I'm
not
only
scary.
interested in reality.
But I can
McKelty
see things that other people can't.
something. I don't remember his last name, but he's a good actor. Need to see more of him. Williamson, I think. McKelty Williamson.
Something terrible happened here.
Something terrible happened every day.
A master Satanist is not an adversary to be taken lightly.
She's doing it again. She's reaching out to the darkness.
Lori, you need to come back.
Is saving him worth everything you have? Because that's what it may very well cost me.
Lorraine!
Well, that was a trailer for The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It. And it could be good. But as I've already stated, there is manipulative element of these movies that I don't like. I haven't even heard of this case at all that this movie is based on, though I'm reasonably certain it's exaggerated out of all proportion. And so that tires me. It irritates me. And a reason I didn't mention why is that a lot of people take what they see in movies as truth. I don't get it either, but a lot of people do. And that you put based on a true story doesn't help. And for instance, an example of how this is a bad thing, remember Midnight Express, directed by Alan Parker and written by Oliver Stone. One of my favorite movies. I think it's great. But the problem is that Oliver Stone deliberately made the prison conditions that William Hayes had to deal with a lot more fantastical than they actually were. It wasn't that bad. And sure, he's in prison, and prison sucks in general, I suspect. But at the same time, it just wasn't as horrific as the movie made it out to be. And decades later, Oliver Stone visited Turkey and apologized for what he did. So these movies can distort perception. And when you claim that they're true stories, when we all know they're not, the Annabelle thing was nonsense, and this is likely nonsense too. It really bothers me. Though, what do you think? This is Brian with ScreenFiles.com and Trailer Into Reaction. Do you agree, disagree? Let me know down below. And as usual, consider a like or a follow. Peace.